Welcome back. It's the Kovacs Report, and I have an absolute gem of a book to share with you today in the form of Exquisite Corpses #1 from Image in conjunction with Tiny Onion. Now, Tiny Onion is James Tynion IV's imprint, and it's the first of many books I'm assuming that are going to come out of it. And if this is anything to go by, I am 100%. I'm in, because this is absolutely amazing. Spoiler alert, I'm going to go through the whole book. So read it if you got it and then come back. But let's get straight into it. So again, amazing work from James Tynion IV, backed up by incredible art by Michael Walsh, colours by Jordie Bellaire, and letters by Becca Carey. They're each absolutely mastered their craft for this book, because it looks fantastic, reads fantastic, everything about it. There are more people to praise too, in the form of the Corpse Crew. Now, the Corpse Crew are a sort of writer's room that James Tynion IV's put together of some big names in comic books to put their creative brains and juices together and come up with this amazing story. So there's loads of people in there, including Tyler Boss and a few others that you probably already know. So let's jump straight into the book, because this is great. Going to be a brief sort of review of what's going on, because I don't want to get too thick into the weeds with it. I want you to read it too. And it's also a double issue. Anyway, the basic premise is this. There are 13 richest, most powerful families in America, all right, with one family that rules them all. Now, every 5 years, these families, they find this little backwater town, and they cut it off from the rest of civilization. No phones, no internet goes out, no one drives in, no one drives out. That's it. It's completely cut off from the rest of the world. Then they each drop their champions into this town, and they have to fight to the death. Now, whoever wins, that family becomes the new head of all the families, and that is the basic premises. Now, these families are already, richer than rich. They have absolute power, so it sort of begs the question of, why do they do it? Is it sport? Is it fun? Is it pride? Or is it tradition? I don't know, but it's just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant as it unfolds, and you meet all these amazing characters. So it starts off as you expect, in a little hick town. You've got your gas station attendant there who's obsessed with conspiracy theories, and you've got the sheriff who looks a little nervous because he's leaving town. He's leaving a letter for Laura, who we'll discover later, but he is getting out of there as fast as he can. And he's being paid off to leave the town to these families so they can get on with their little game of death. Now, he's been given a ton of money, a new identity, and everything he'd ever want. And that's him saying goodbye to the town that he's lived his whole life there. Anyway, then we're introduced to the host, and he explains the game. Now, the game is this. There are cards, and each of them has an illustration of a weapon on it. The families all choose a card at random, and that weapon is the weapon that their champion has to use to go out and murder the other contestants. So there's a rope, the gun, electricity, fire, you guessed it, poison, axes, all that kind of thing. Now, this is where we start meeting some of these not very nice rich people, is all I can say. Now, while all that's happening, there are two other stories that are interwoven between this main story, and that is the Massachusetts family. The head of that family is meeting with this guy, and this guy is a badass, obviously, right? And she wants him to be their champion. Now, she's tired of not winning this thing every year, and she wants him. She believes he is the difference between the other murderers, serial killers, just general bad people that the other families have chosen to fight for them. He's an ex-soldier, and we'll get to his story too a little bit further on in the review. Anyway, let's jump in. So yeah, she's cool. I like her a lot. I love her character. She is everything you hate about the rich. It's just, they've captured these families absolutely perfectly. We meet some other families: New York, South Carolina, everywhere else, Massachusetts, like I said. And as they're introduced, we are introduced to their champion. And each time we're introduced to their champion, we get this little in the dark in the back of the car with the chauffeur and this killer. And we do learn that when they're dropped into this town, they're left with nothing, just the clothes on the back. Everything else that they need to do what they got to do, they got to find inside that town. And it's really well done. And some of these characters are really like extreme. Some of them dark. They're pretty. We've got Recluse here, Leopold Strong. I can't praise this book any more that I'm doing now. Now, in between that, like I say, we've got this other story, which is slice of life. There's this gay couple and their neighbour Audrey. Audrey has a small child. She's obviously a single parent. She needs one of them to sort of babysit, because it is Halloween, by the way, which makes this even spookier. And it sets the tone. It just sets the tone for murder, right? I love it. So the one of the partners is going to look after the kid while she goes to work for her boss, who's a very, very nasty person. He doesn't care about her, doesn't care about her kid. It's actually her day off. He's just one of those bosses that you hope that is going to die very soon in a book like this. Anyway, it's more of the same throughout, and it never gets boring. The formula here is introduced to whichever family it is. We've got New Jersey here, and we find out we've got New Hampshire. We find out who their guy is, what weapon they're going to use. We get a little sort of mini bio of their combatant, and then we move on through all of them. And it's brilliant. It's really good. And then near the end, we find out that Massachusetts, this family that's trying to get this soldier guy. I mean, he knows there's loads of money available, right? It's a lot. And if he wins, it's 100 million, right? If he loses, then a designated friend, family member gets $1 million. So, but it's not really about the money for him. He wants something more, and she can offer it to him. What that is he was discharged dishonorably from the army, and he wants his old life back. He basically wants to be on the front line, be a soldier, do his duty. So she says, well, I can give you that. And I'm sure she can. So he decides to fight for them. We'll get to him soon. There is another really interesting character, because all of these combatants are either a killer, somewhat nasty, but one of them, Lady Carolina, she's actually the twin sister of one of these aristocrats, right? So she's trained in every weapon. She's ready to kill. So that's really interesting too. So it's nice to see that one of these families has literally got some flesh in the game. Now, leading on to our Fox Mask Killer, who appears on the front cover. Now, this dude is the one that's fighting for New York, and he chose the sword, or drew the sword, and apparently he's the one that keeps winning. So he's the one to beat, right? So I can't wait to see what absolute debauchery these guys get up to. Anyway, Big Brucey, that's the boss I mentioned earlier of Audrey. Introduced to him, and rightfully so. We instantly hate him. I cannot wait to the issue where he gets disemboweled and tortured. It's going to be great. Absolutely great. But sure enough, like I say, at the end, the soldier says, yes, I will fight for you. And she says, there's one little thing. There's a tradition in this family that anyone that fights for us in this game has to wear this golden mask. So he's announced as the lone gunman. And that's basically it. So the games begin. We see one of the couples from earlier. He's at work, and the guy with the hammer turns up, tries to kill him, but first blood is drawn by the lone gunman, who takes half his head out. I love it. Now, at the very beginning, there was a letter left for someone called Laura. We find out that she's a paramedic, and she's one of those people that actually cares about what she does. She cares about the people she looks after. And we find out that the sheriff has some kind of connection to her Uncle Scott. So it's her uncle. There we go. He says, listen, get out of town, get away as fast as you can, don't look back, get out before sunset. But, a call comes through that someone's been shot, and because she's a paramedic, they jump in an ambulance to do the right thing and go and attend to whoever's there. I'm assuming it's Mr. Halfface from earlier. And that's it. It's great. Like I say, the art is fantastic. It's a long issue. It doesn't feel long. Every page is a joy. I recommend everyone reads it. So, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. And before you go, hit that subscribe button if you can. Leave us a like if you like the video. So for now, take care.